Since the dawn of consciousness, humanity has gazed into the abyss of its own end. The apocalypse, a word that evokes fire, flood, darkness, or divine wrath, has haunted our collective imagination, shaping myths, religions, and cultures across the globe. The concept is not merely a tale of destruction, but a mirror reflecting our deepest fears, hopes, and questions about existence. Why do we imagine the end? Is it to prepare, to warn, or to find meaning in the chaos of life? From ancient Mesopotamia to modern doomsday preppers, the apocalypse is a story we tell ourselves, a narrative woven into the fabric of human history. Let us journey through time, exploring the roots of this fascination and the 5 major end-time stories that have captivated civilizations: the Norse Ragnarok, the Christian Book of Revelation, the Hindu Kali Yuga, the Mayan Popol Vuh, and the Islamic Day of Judgment. The idea of an apocalypse predates written records, lurking in the oral traditions of early societies. In ancient Mesopotamia, the Epic of Gilgamesh recounts a great flood sent by the gods to wipe out humanity, a story echoed in the biblical tale of Noah. These early myths suggest that humans, even in their infancy, sensed the fragility of their world. Floods, famines, and wars could erase entire communities. The apocalypse was not just a divine act, but a natural one, born from the unpredictable wrath of earth and sky. As civilizations grew, so did the complexity of their end times visions. The Egyptians feared the collapse of at cosmic order, believing that chaos would unravel the universe if balance was not maintained. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Plato spoke of cyclical destructions, as in the myth of Atlantis, swallowed by the sea for its hubris. By the time empires like Rome rose, apocalyptic thinking had become a tool for both fear and control, with oracles and prophets warning of divine retribution for moral decay. The apocalypse also served as a narrative of renewal. Many cultures saw the end not as final, but as a prelude to rebirth, a purging fire before a new dawn. This duality of destruction and hope runs through the 5 major end-time stories we will explore, each a unique lens on humanity's obsession with its own demise. In the frostbitten halls of Norse mythology, the tale of Ragnarok thunders like a storm over the 9 worlds. This is no mere end, but a cataclysmic clash of gods, giants, and monsters, a saga of fire and ice that consumes the cosmos. Picture a world where the sun grows dim, swallowed by the wolf skull, while his brother Hati devours the moon. The great serpent Jormungandr writhes in the seas, poisoning the skies, and the fire giant Surtur wields a flaming sword to set the world ablaze. The Norse, a people hardened by Scandinavia's harsh winters, saw Ragnarok as both inevitable and cyclical. The Poetic Edda and Prose Edda describe a cosmic battle where Odin, the Allfather, falls to the wolf Fenrir, and Thor slays Jormungandr only to succumb to its venom. The gods, flawed and mortal in their own way, fight knowing their doom is fated. Yet from the ashes a new world rises. 2 human survivors, Leif and Lifthrasir, emerge from the world tree Yggdrasil to repopulate the earth, and the gods' children inherit a renewed cosmos. Ragnarok captivated the Norse because it mirrored their worldview. Life is a struggle. Death is certain, but courage and legacy endure. Unlike other apocalyptic tales, it lacks a moral judgment. There is no sin to punish, only fate to face. In the Christian tradition, the apocalypse is a divine courtroom drama, a final reckoning where God's justice reshapes the world. The Book of Revelation, the last book of the New Testament, paints a vivid, surreal vision of the end. Imagine skies splitting open, trumpets blaring, and horsemen galloping forth. Conquest, war, famine, and death. The earth quakes, stars fall, and the beast, marked by the number 666, rises to deceive humanity. Revelation unfolds like a fever dream. The Lamb breaks 7 seals, unleashing plagues and judgments. Angels pour vials of wrath, turning rivers to blood. The faithful are raptured while sinners face the lake of fire. Yet hope glimmers, a new Jerusalem descends, a city of gold and light where God dwells with humanity, wiping away all tears. This apocalyptic vision shaped Western history profoundly. Early Christians, persecuted under Roman rule, found solace in its promise of divine victory. In the Middle Ages, it fueled millennial movements, with sects predicting Christ's return. The Black Death was seen as a sign of the end, as was the Reformation's chaos. Even today, evangelical groups interpret wars, pandemics, and climate crises as harbingers of Revelation's prophecies. Revelation's power lies in its moral clarity. Good triumphs, evil is punished. Yet, its vivid imagery and open-ended symbols invite endless interpretation, making it a living text that continues to shape apocalyptic thought. In the vast cyclical cosmology of Hinduism, the apocalypse is not a singular event, but a phase in an eternal rhythm. The Puranas and Mahabharata describe 4 yugas, or ages, each progressively darker. We now dwell in the Kali Yuga, the age of strife, begun around 3102 BCE according to tradition. Picture a world where dharma wanes, greed and violence reign, and truth is a fading whisper. The Bhagavata Purana warns of rulers becoming tyrants, families fracturing, and nature rebelling with droughts and floods. Unlike linear apocalypses, the Kali Yuga ends not in annihilation but in transition. After 432,000 years, Lord Vishnu, the Preserver, returns as Kalki, a warrior on a white horse, to destroy evil and usher in a new Satya Yuga, an age of purity. The cycle begins anew, an eternal dance of creation and destruction. This vision reflects India's philosophical depth, where time is a wheel, not a line. The Kali Yuga's warnings resonate today. Corruption, environmental collapse, and moral decay feel eerily prescient. Yet, its promise of renewal offers hope, emphasizing that even the darkest age is temporary. For Hindus, the apocalypse is not to be feared but endured with faith in cosmic order. In the jungles of Mesoamerica, the Maya wove a cosmology of cycles where worlds are born, die, and are reborn. The Popol Vuh, the sacred text of the Quiche Maya, tells of multiple creations, each ending in failure. The gods, seeking perfect worshippers, craft humans from mud, then wood, before succeeding with maize, the essence of Mayan life. Each world ends in an apocalypse tailored to its flaws. The wooden people, for instance, are destroyed by a flood and attacked by their own tools and animals, a divine rejection of their soullessness. The Popol Vuh does not predict a final end but implies that creation is iterative. Gods experiment, destroy, and try again. The Mayan long count calendar, famously misinterpreted in 2012 as predicting global doom, actually marks the end of a cycle and the start of another. The Mayan apocalypse is less about fear than resilience. The Popol Vuh reflects a worldview where destruction is a creative act, a clearing of the slate. This perspective shaped Mayan culture, from their monumental architecture to their astronomical precision, emphasizing harmony with cosmic cycles. In Islam, the apocalypse is a moment of ultimate accountability, a day when the world is unmade and every soul faces divine judgment. The Quran and Hadith describe Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of resurrection, a cosmic upheaval where mountains crumble, skies split, and the dead rise from their graves. Angels sound trumpets, and the earth is flattened into a vast plain. Each person's deeds are weighed on a scale, good against evil, with paradise Jannah or hellfire Jahannam awaiting. Signs of the hour precede this day: moral decay, wars, natural disasters, and the rise of the Dajjal, the Antichrist, a false Messiah defeated by Jesus, Isa upon whom be peace, who returns to restore justice. The Mahdi, a righteous leader, also appears to guide humanity. Unlike Christianity's apocalyptic battles, Islam's end focuses on individual accountability, with vivid imagery of divine justice. As we stand in 2025, the apocalypse feels closer than ever, not in divine fire but in human hands. Climate change threatens floods and famines. Nuclear arsenals loom. Artificial intelligence raises existential questions. These modern fears echo ancient myths but wear new faces. The 20th century saw apocalyptic panics. Y2K, the Cold War's brinkmanship, while today, social media amplifies doomsday predictions, from asteroid strikes to AI takeovers. Yet the apocalypse remains a story we tell to make sense of our world. Like the Norse facing Ragnarok, we seek courage in the face of fate. Like Christians awaiting revelation, we yearn for justice. Like Hindus in the Kali Yuga, we hope for renewal. Like the Maya, we see cycles. And like Muslims, we seek accountability. The apocalypse is not just an end, but a question. What kind of world will we build from the ashes? The apocalypse, in its many forms, is humanity's attempt to wrestle with mortality, meaning, and the unknown. Ragnarok's fiery clash, Revelation's divine wrath, Kali Yuga's cyclical decay, the Popol Vuh's creative destruction, and the Day of Judgment's moral reckoning, all reflect universal truths. We fear the end, yet we dream of beginnings. As we navigate our own era's uncertainties, these stories remind us that the apocalypse is not just a warning, but a call to shape our destiny, to live with purpose before the final curtain falls.